Hi guys, this is Dan from EvECoPilot.net and I'm here for a starter tutorial on mining. The aim of this tutorial is just to get you out into space, bringing in the ore back into the station ready for you to sell and turn into profit. All you need to do this is a ship and a mining laser. If you look at your fitting window, you'll see that your starter ship comes with a civilian miner, and that's all you really need to start mining away. Obviously you can purchase better mining lasers from the market, as well as better ships that will also hold more ore and give you bonuses to the amount of ore that you get. Also, your skills are very important. If you remember back to our skill train before, you can go into your character sheet and under industry you'll be able to start training mining, and that will give you 5% bonus to your mining turret yield. So extra 5% ore per cycle every time, every level of that skill. So the first thing you need to do is just undock, head out into space. What we need to do is set a bookmark that we're going to use to get us close to the asteroids. So when you arrive in space, just right click, select asteroid belt and pick one of the belts and just warp to 0, and that will warp you off to the middle of the asteroid belt. Okay, here we are at the belt. The belt somewhere. Where's the belt gone? There we are. So the asteroid belt's off in the distance there. Now what we're going to need to do is bookmark one of these asteroids. So we'll just click one of these asteroids here, right click on it and select bookmark location, and we will save this as mining belt. Belt 4. Click OK, and we now have our belt to warp to. So from now on you're not going to warp to the asteroid belt anymore, you're going to warp to that bookmark you just created by right clicking and selecting the bookmark from there. So what we now need to do is warp off. You see here we're nearest the planet 7, so right click in space, planet 7, and we'll warp off so that we can then warp back into our bookmark. Okay, so here we are at the planet, and we're just going to right click in space, select our bookmark, mining belt 4, and we'll warp to 0. You will also be doing this from now on. When you undock from the station, you can warp directly to that bookmark instead of warping to the asteroid belt. And the reason we do this is so that you land directly on top of the asteroids and you don't have to keep flying over to them, which is going to save you, less time flying around space and more time bringing in the ore. So when we land on this bookmark now, we're going to have these asteroids all around us, and all we're going to do is just select one of the asteroids here, some concentrated feldspar, and then select to lock the target, and then we're just going to activate our mining module on that target. Now that's basically the process of mining. We're now pulling ore out of that asteroid, and if you open up your cargo, you can see, I'll stop this cycle early, but if you let the cycle complete you get the same result, and that's moving feldspar into our cargo. And as you can see, it's filled up a small amount of our cargo hold. So you just leave the miner on the belt. When your cargo fills up, you can then right click and then warp back to your station and select dock. Okay, so we're now docking back up at the station, and what we're going to do is just run through the quickest way to turn this ore into a profit. So what you're going to do is open up your items window here. You see I've collected some ore already. Move the ore out of your ship into your items hanger. If you drag them, they won't stack together because they're different types of feldspar. And then you can just right click on the item and select sell. You can see here that the 636 feldspar I've got is worth 5,000 ISK, and I could go ahead and click there and that would trade the ore for 5,000. The other option you have is to refine the ore. if you right click and select refine, you can see that 637 Veldspar is worth 831 tritanium. So what we're going to do now is just look at the cell, and we can see that that's worth 5,080 ISK. We'll then reprocess the ore, and that will give us our tritanium, our minerals, and then we can select right click and sell this item, and we can see that this is worth 2,300, but we also still have half the ore left. So the easiest thing to do is to get a couple of thousand ore, then just refine half of it and see which is more valuable, and that's when you decide which way you're going to sell the ore. So for now it seems to be more valuable to sell it as Veldspar in this station. We've already refined this, so we can't turn it back, so just right click sell, and right click sell, and there you go. You can get skills if you look under your character sheet at industry. You will be able to, I'm not quite sure what the prerequisite is, we'll have a quick look here. Refining. The skill called refining is a 2% reduction in refinery waste per skill. So that will obviously generate more ore when you refine, but to train this skill you need to first train Industry 1. So that's sort of when it becomes often more profitable to refine the ore compared to sell it. But take a look for yourself, figure out what's more profitable for you, and happy mining. As always, remember to check out the forums. You can request the videos and the tutorials that you'd like to see, as well as get any help that you may want. We now have our public channel open as well here at EvECoPilot. You can join that and catch me in there anytime I'm online. And thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you soon.